did anyone else get a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure feel when we saw that one pot thing form, that titty-looking beast? I was like, yeah, Togashi definitely is in a fabulous JoJo mood, and I respect it and love it. So yet again, another setup chapter giving more subplot and going a little bit deeper into this rivalry between the Kakuin princes, finding out that there's 14 of them, and this was definitely a good chapter, I'll say that. It was a good chapter, it was giving progression, it was giving more details, giving you every little detail. So I will say that one of the things I've noticed since Hunter x Hunter has come back, that it is giving you down to the microfiber every detail. So in that aspect, good shit there. However, I will say I am getting to the point where I think most of us are, where we just really want to go to the Dark Continent or start setting sail for the most part, because this chapter was good again, mind you, it was good, but it's just ultimately just giving us more setup and explanations and things of that nature. And to be honest with you, at this point, it's like, I really don't trust this milk tank guy, but we'll get into that in a bit. So we also find out in this chapter that it's not 14 dudes, it's actually females as well. They cast them all as dudes and chicks alike. They're all prince because I guess they just wanted to do it that way because they all have different mothers as well. So they're all prince, which is kind of interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing, because for the most part, most of the chicks in this series, the few that they are, they're all badass. So I'd imagine these Kakuin princes are just going to be out of this world, especially now that they're all being inducted with these ability pot things that summon these creatures or whatever. I'm curious to see to what extent they, like, what they can do and everything, what their abilities are, because it connects to the Nen and whatnot. And I'm imagining that Togashi's going to make some crazy shit regarding these abilities, because that one titty beast looking monster, I was just like, what the fuck am I looking at? And we got 35 more grueling days until we set out, but this chapter was kind of diving into, again, I mean, just fucking slap the shit out of the monkey and call it a day. I mean, at the end of the day, though, to be honest with you, I think that Miltank, or, you know, whatever, Mizai, I think his name is, he is the one that is really deep into it, or it might be all of the Zodiacs. It was interesting, though, in this chapter that Beyond was asked about the spy, and he pretty much was telling the truth, that he said he didn't know anything about no spy, he don't care, it had nothing to do with him. So with him saying that, it makes me wonder, it's either two things: either Pariston is doing this on his own accord and it's all Pariston's design, or the second is that possibly maybe all the Zodiacs are spies and there really is no spy because they're all working under him, including possibly Cheadle. Maybe Cheadle could probably be the only one that isn't. Who knows? But it's either or. It's either Pariston is doing this on his own accord to free him, or this was set up something completely different. It's definitely something to think about, that if Beyond is telling the truth, then there's a lot more that meets the eye. And this is Togashi, who the fuck knows what he's gonna do. And this is Togashi, who knows what the hell he's gonna do. I'm really hoping that Kurapika is being a little bit more perceptive than what he's seeming to be right now, as far as like looking at the bigger possibilities, because if Mizai is doing this, and again, I think that's his name, I'll just keep on with Miltank until I'm 100% sure, but I think it's Mizai. If Miltank is the one guiding Kurapika through all this, then he's completely blindsided. So I think that Kurapika needs to look at everyone on his own, not just forming with this guy to what he thinks as well, because at the end of the day, he could very well be the traitor, and he's looking more and more suspicious every single chapter. I mean, even the fact that he said he doesn't want to be denounced and they'll all criticize him and everything if they all find out that he was looking into each and every one of them, that makes you wonder, could he very well be the only spy? It's like, there's so many different questions that you gotta ask regarding this one, but he is looking very guilty right now, as far as like from a reader standpoint at the very least, because it's just like, there's something not right about him. I could be totally wrong, but maybe Togashi's leaving some breadcrumbs. And yet again, just another setup chapter, a little bit more progression into finding out what's going on with the Kakuin princes. We got 35 more days, but as a whole, I'm just really thinking to myself, please let us fucking go to the Dark Continent already. Every time another chapter goes by, I'm just thinking to myself, we're getting closer and closer to that 2-year stretch hiatus that Togashi is known to do. It's like, let's go already, please. But definitely this chapter, the one thing that it mainly did is made me real interested in all the Kakuin princes. If they got these new abilities, they're all fierce, and if they're anything like the one Kakuin prince that we know that he's shedding bitches' skins off, then it's gonna be one fucking crazy battle royale. It's almost as if he's taking like multiple different mangas and putting them together to make probably one of the greatest things ever. I mean, you got stands from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You got like this battle royale thing with all the Kakuin princes. Then you got some of the great stuff from Hunter x Hunter, like Jean gonna be there and his rivalry with Pariston. It's like, there's so much subplot, and it almost feels as though he's taking some of the greatest elements, like, you know, he's inspired by things like battle royale again, and things of that nature, and he's gonna smash it all together. We might get an amazing thing, but let's just go already. So I'm gonna give this one 7 out of 10. Good chapter. Looking forward to seeing. Hopefully we'll get a step on from 35 days to maybe 2 days next week or something, but only time will tell. But what do you guys think, first of all? Are you just anxious already to head off to there? And also, did the ability kind of remind you of like stands from JoJo Bizarre Adventure? Do you think that that's what Tagashi's trying to do? And do you think that this is just really all the subplot is going to amount to just probably the greatest arc in Hunter x Hunter, even surpassing the Chimera Ant, York New, all the greats? And your world thoughts of the chapter. The Kakuin Princes look beast as ever, but I just really want to go already. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do so as well. That'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.